People are shocked at what American high school gym class looked like in the 1960s. This footage is from one of the 4,000 U.S. high schools that followed La Sierra's physical education program that was pushed to be the standard model by JFK. According to the La Sierra physical education standards that were outlined in their 1966 handbook, the minimum push-ups that a student should be able to do is 16, and they should have at least a 7.5-minute mile run. Considering most modern Americans struggle to even complete 5 push-ups, this 16 minimum is quite shocking. The top group that was outlined in the handbook is Blue Team, and to be a part of this you had to be able to perform 12 handstand push-ups and at least 14 pull-ups, which are crazily impressive standards. Considering 1 in 6 modern American children have obesity, it is a shocking sight to see how seriously fitness and health were being taken in the 1960s, and how even the president was helping push forward this higher standard of physical education in school. Many people wonder if America as a country will ever return to a place even close to this. But considering the trends in obesity and the culture shift of America, it continues to seem unlikely.
I just want to thank the both of you for taking time out of your day to speak with me. I appreciate the both of you, and I'm just sitting there loving like both your ways. I just hope you have a great rest of your day.
You
Thank
too.
you so much.
Thank you for that.
so much.
Appreciate you. Yes.
Thank you. Y'all still have me stressing those things.
Thank you.
My man. That's what I'm talking about. See, there you go.
We're taught to pursue women.
Yes.
We're taught that, like, look, no, and I know how it sounds. Roll with me for a moment. Look at what we're taught about love through fantasy. The woman is always trapped somewhere. The man always has to go on some long conquest. She becomes the prize immediately upon rescuing her, and he becomes a hero immediately upon rescuing her. Not by providing for her after, not by maintaining a house for her after. She doesn't have to do for him. It's all about the game. So when he talk about a man wanting a damsel in distress, that's what most of us were taught to want. You have to unlearn things like that. A man has to sit with himself long enough to say, who am I for real? And what do I actually bring to the table to where I don't need a woman to validate what I got going on. But to sit up here and villainize a man for doing what we taught to do, bro, that's crazy.
Dog, he be hitting sometimes, then other times he be reaching. I feel like this is a little reach. I agree with him and I don't agree with him. I agree with him with, you don't need a woman to validate you. You know, if you have to find a woman to validate you, then you are doing something wrong. And she gonna hurt you more than anything at the end of the day, because you need her to validate you. And when you need a woman to validate you, she find that out eventually. And she gonna be like, on to the next, and you're gonna be hurt. So get yourself together before you decide you want to go ahead and try to win women over. Secondly, I don't agree with him because he's reaching. I mean, the story, you're looking at it from an adult perspective, you know, it's not taught like what she can bring afterwards or to carry. I mean, you know what I'm saying, to make sure she got a house and food and all that stuff. Like, that's a given, you know, that's a given. That's not taught to you from movies. That's taught to you from your fathers, from men in your life, to provide, to make sure you do these manly duties for your woman. And then, like, I mean, I think we as men supposed to pursue women. That's the way of the world. I think that's the way of the jungle. If you look at 90%, or if you look at 90% of the animals or the kingdom, guess what? The men have to, the male animal have to provide something or do something that's a leader of the pack, that do something to show like why these women should follow me, why these women should come towards me, you know, why I'm the best suitable mate for y'all. So, I mean, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. But like I said, now we didn't get older and really looking at these movies from a grown-up perspective. Of course, you can find something wrong with it, and you know what I'm saying, you're just gonna reach, but just take it at face value for what it is.
This mother don't miss.
You know, I wish I knew this when I was in my 20s. Men don't actually need a lot. All they want is to feel respected. Women, that's it. Just make them feel respected.
It's facts! It's facts! It's in our facts. These sites is in our facts. It's in our facts.
You are shaking.
I know.
I feel your nervousness from here. Are you okay?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
Mr. Benning, you are not the father. You said earlier that if Robin was not your biological child, it causes you to doubt whether or not you truly are the biological father of Jermaine Benning Jr. The court wants to make sure when you leave here you have the whole truth. You are not the father.
You know what, man? It don't bring me no pleasure at all posting videos like this. You know, it's really sad and sickening. It's treachery to the fullest. It is, but you know, a smart man learns from his mistakes, but a wise man learns from other mistakes, and that's why these things are important to see, because so you won't be in that position, so we can stop this as much as possible. I was looking at a study and it said 30 to 32% of men that take paternal tests for a child are not the father. Every 1 in 3 dads that you see, they possibly are not the father of the kid that they're raising. That's sick. That's sick. And I would argue that's even higher due to the fact that that's the men that's questioning whether or not this their child. That's not even the men that's not questioning is this not their child or not. They're just going through life like, it's my child. So I would argue that's even higher.
It's an evil world we live in.
Should women hit men?
No.
Right. So if a woman should hit a man, shouldn't he smack her back?
No.
Why not?
Because she's a girl.
Well, she doesn't know that?
But I just think that's unfair.
So if a woman smack a man, what should he do?
He probably deserved it, to be honest.
Huh? What? Does she deserve to be smacked back if she should hit him?
She's a girl. Guys should not hit girls.
But girls should hit guys?
I never said that, no.
But if they do, the guy shouldn't smack her back?
No.
Why not?
Because guys shouldn't hit girls.
Why?
Because it's just, that's just unfair.
I'm trying not to lose my head.
Well, how?
Because girls are tender and beautiful creatures that should not be hit.
But don't they know that before they hit the man?
I don't think the guy should ever hit the girl.
Really?
Yeah.
Not even to protect himself against it?
No, what is he protecting?
He's a human being just as she is. Have you ever smacked a guy?
Have I?
Oh, yeah.
This is too easy.
If I'm in a bikini, I'm at a pool party. I'm in a bikini, I'm rolling up.
Yep.
Right? I'm talking to my homegirl, boom. Nigga just come behind me, slap my ass.
Yep.
He's in the right.
I never said that. But what I am saying...
I chose to wear a bikini instead of shorts.
Okay. Do you live in reality? Because I do. I don't operate on what should, could, or would. I operate on what is.
I'm telling you what happened to me.
I know. Okay, that's fine. What is that there's a lot of pieces of shit out there. What is that there's a lot of bad people out there. What is there's a lot of sexual predators out there that are willing to take opportunities and that present themselves. So what I'm saying is that you got to operate on what is. You can't control the world and you can't control the weirdos out there. So if you, one of the few things you do control is how you dress, how the world perceives you, being safe, etc. So this is why men don't like their girl dressing in a certain way, because men know these threats.
I did not interview men for the first 4 years of my study. And it wasn't until a man looked at me one day after a book signing and said, "I love what you have to say about shame. I'm curious why you didn't mention men." And I said, "I don't study men." And he said, "That's convenient."
Right.
And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Because you say to reach out, tell our story, be vulnerable. But you see those books you just signed for my wife and my 3 daughters?" I said, "Yeah. They'd rather me die on top of my white horse than watch me fall down."
Right.
When we reach out and be vulnerable, we get the shit beat out of us. And don't tell me it's from the guys and the coaches and the dads. Because the women in my life are harder on me than anyone else.
Man, don't vent to your woman. That's it.
Let's say you're dating someone from high school and then you're getting married to that person. And this high school kid, let's say that he grew up and his parents were like just like serving everything for him. He doesn't know how to cook. He doesn't know how to clean his room. He doesn't know how to even get a job or anything like that. And then this girl is like doing pretty fine for herself, but that's like the only thing she knows. And she has this sort of idea that she wants to have this guy and she wants to have sex after marriage. And then after they get married and she has sex with him, she meets a guy at work that has this energy of being in control and taking.
I wonder if this has happened to her. Sometimes It seems very specific.
Yeah, like sometimes chicks tell stories, and I'm like,
give themselves away.
Is that what happened to you? Like,
you're saying that you wouldn't be with a single mother that's a millionaire?
It wouldn't be my first option, no.
You said a millionaire wouldn't want to be with a single mother that's a millionaire.
If he can go ahead and get a girl that doesn't have a child, he'll prefer that, yes. Men are very different than women, because when a guy comes into a woman's relationship, or a relationship with a woman and she has a child, he's going to be expected to take care of that child to a degree. You don't just get with that girl, you get with that girl and that child. And here's the other thing you got to remember. If we break up and I build a bond with that child, I now lose you and the child. And I can't have any type of parental rights to that child because it's your biological child, not mine. I'm a stepfather. So I lose you, the child, alimony, house, 50%. So it's an L for me. It's not worth the risk.
Right. Oh, she hurt her. I agree. I got no problem with if I date a girl and she got a kid. It's sometimes it get hard, sometimes it don't. Only due to the fact that, you know, most of the times when you date a girl that got a kid, she come from a terrible relationship. You know, her and that child's father not together because, you know, he done traumatize her in some type of way, or she done traumatize themselves in some type of way. Now you got to try to fix that. And I don't think it's worth the risk for most guys, unless the woman is just really, you know, she come to you properly, like, okay, I can't make you pay for the sins that somebody else did. You know, that's the only time I say I would date a girl with a child. Outside of that, it is a high risk. So, you know, be aware, be cautious, and be smart.
And it ain't gonna be me, Aunt Jemima.
Like, share, subscribe, and I'm gonna get at y'all with the next video. I'm gonna give y'all 2 to the side. I'm out.